U.S. President Donald Trump held a private dinner with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Washington on Monday. According to Associated Press, as the two leaders meet for the third time this year, the outwardly triumphant visit will be dogged by Israel's 21-month war against Hamas in Gaza and questions over how hard Trump will push for an end to the conflict. Netanyahu told Trump that he is nominating the U.S. leader for a Nobel Peace Prize. The two were taking a victory lap Monday after their recent joint strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, with both hailing the 12-day war as an unmitigated success. The two leaders sat down with their top aides for a dinner in the White House Blue Room to mark the operation. They were discussing efforts to push forward with a 60-day ceasefire proposal to pause the conflict in Gaza.
So I want to present to you, Mr. President, the letter I sent to the Nobel Prize Committee. It's nominating you for the Peace Prize, which is well deserved, and you should get it.
Thank you very much. This I didn't know. Thank you very much.
Crews trudged through debris and waded into swollen riverbanks Monday in the search for victims of catastrophic flooding over the July 4th weekend that has killed nearly 90 people in Texas, including more than 24 campers and counselors from an all-girls Christian camp. According to Associated Press, video footage from Lorena Guillen in Kerrville, Texas shows a person being rescued on Friday and further flood damage on Sunday. With additional rain on the way, the risk of more flooding was still high in saturated parts of central Texas. Authorities said the death toll was sure to rise as crews looked for the many people who were still missing. On Thursday, the National Weather Service advised of potential flooding and then sent out a series of flash flood warnings in the early hours of Friday before issuing flash flood emergencies, a rare alert notifying the public of imminent danger. Authorities and elected officials have said they did not expect such an intense downpour, the equivalent of months of rain for the area. Kerrville City Manager Dalton Rice said authorities are committed to a full review of the emergency response.
During the 12-day war, Iranian missiles hit 5 Israeli military bases and 7 industrial facilities on Israeli territory. The Telegraph reported on this, citing a study by Oregon State University of the USA. Among the targeted military sites are a large Israeli Air Force base as well as intelligence and logistics bases. The Israeli army refused to disclose the locations of the missile impacts, stating that all relevant units have maintained operational continuity. In addition to military targets, 36 civilian sites were struck, causing significant damage to residential areas and industrial infrastructure, military media outlet reports. An analysis published by The Telegraph indicates that most rockets were intercepted, but the success rate of interceptions decreased during the 12-day war. This is attributed both to possible conservation of interceptors by Israel and to Iran's use of more advanced missiles. In particular, the systems David's Sling, Arrow and the American THAAD batteries deployed on ships in the Red Sea were engaged to intercept long-range ballistic missiles, as the Iron Dome is not designed for this. The percentage of successful breaches of Israel's missile defense system by Iranian missiles fluctuated throughout the conflict. June the 13th to the 14th, only 2% of Iranian missiles managed to breach Israel's missile defense. June 15 to the 20th, the number of launches from Iran decreased, but accuracy and effectiveness increased. 16% of rockets reached Israel. June the 21st to 24th, the number of missiles was low, which made interception easier. It should be noted that during the 12-day war in June 2025, Iran launched over 500 ballistic missiles and around 1 million drones at Israel. The Israel Defense Forces estimate that most of the rockets were intercepted by Israeli and American air defense systems, demonstrating an interception rate of about 90%. However, at least 31 ballistic missile hits were recorded in populated areas or critical infrastructure sites, as well as many others in open areas that did not cause significant damage. Of around 1 million drones, only 1 reportedly hit a populated area. Militani media outlet previously reported that, according to sources, the Saudi Arabian Air Force deployed helicopters to intercept drones in regional airspace, including over Iraq and Jordan. These kamikaze UAVs were intercepted as part of the defense of Saudi Arabia's sovereign airspace.